Welcome to the Second Win Boxing Media. I am your host, Rashid Hammond, and alongside...
It's your boy, Caesar Fantastic.
Well, listen here, y'all. It's just... We got some news, man. Breaking news. The upset of Canelo and Dmitry Bivol. Now we got to know his name now because he just made a statement. And upset the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. Whoo, man.
Good,
all I can say, great fight, John. It was an amazing fight. In my opinion, he's the better man today.
Yeah.
Also, if you go back, if he reminds me of an orthodox Winky Wright.
Yeah, you called that. I said good. That was good. That was a good pick.
Yeah, man. He was an orthodox Winky Wright. Kept his defense in order. Made sure the body shots wasn't affected. Caught some arm shots. That's all he was really catching the most was arm shots.
High guard, just like Winky.
Just like Winky. Just wasn't a southpaw.
Yeah.
Woo, man. Sean, what's your take on it, man?
Good fight. He played the perfect fight. He actually picked a game plan that I didn't think would work.
Right.
He didn't load up. He really chose to win on points.
Exactly.
And I didn't think that was possible for him to win on points against Canelo, in Vegas. So I'm like, it's not going to be possible. He going to have to knock him out. But
right.
He proved everybody wrong.
Yeah, he did.
He went in there and he really just dominated him the whole fight. I had it 117, 111. I gave Canelo the first, second, and ninth.
Okay.
And Bivol dominated the rest of the fight.
I agree.
It was perfect. He kept good distance. He maintained distance. He for the most part he stayed off the ropes. That's the only time Canelo really got at him.
Right.
When his back was on the ropes, Canelo would
get him.
That's when he could close distance. But other than that, he stayed in the middle of the ring. He kept distance, jab, cross, jab, cross.
Great performance, man.
Outboxed him.
He outboxed him. And then I think he took the fight away from Canelo, basically. Like, I see how that happened. It's like he didn't accept getting counterpunched.
Yeah, it was like the Floyd fight.
Yeah.
It was just like the Floyd fight. He didn't know what to do.
He didn't.
That's how he looked with Floyd. He was confused. He like, why can't I hit him?
Hit him,
you know
exactly.
I mean? He like, was this dude defense so crazy? Like,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, the fight from the beginning, it looked skeptical, in my opinion. I did throw out there in the beginning there was a possible upset after watching footage of the guy. You was more leaning towards Bivol more than me.
I said
you was
I
with
knew
him
it was going to be a problem. I just didn't think that he could get a decision.
You was basing upon with the judges. Yeah,
I was like, I want to say him, but I'm like, I can't go against Canelo because of the decision.
Because of the decision, but they was fair this one. They actually was trying. They tried.
If Canelo would have won that 12th, they would have saved him with a draw.
With the 12th round, yep.
But that's the main. That's a good thing because it shows how he did take the fight out of him.
Right.
That's the round Canelo should have went all out.
Yeah, he couldn't.
He couldn't do it. He still lost that round.
And Bivol made sure he knew that he had to seal that last round to close the deal out.
Yeah.
Man, it was a spectacular fight, man. What you think about the rematch? Do you see any adjustments being made by Canelo in the rematch against this guy, Bivol?
If I was Bivol, I'd say, man, you gotta fight Charlo if you want to come see me again. It's like, nah. I think it'll be almost the same because I think that style, that defensive style, seems to be a problem for Canelo.
The style of defense, offense, not get hit and hit. Hit and not get hit affects Canelo. Canelo misunderstood movement with a boxer. This guy is a boxer, but his boxing style is not the same as Floyd's, but it has some relations in there in terms of guards up, counter punching, not getting hit, staying in control. That guy stayed in control the entire fight.
Yeah, and Canelo normally likes to go against somebody who's going to be reckless.
He do.
And he was very disciplined. He wasn't. He would get Canelo on the ropes and he'd have him, and where it looked like he might have him, where somebody else would just go all out trying to get in Canelo counter. He couldn't counter this dude because
that's facts.
He was well poised.
That's facts, man. I was like, wow, man, this guy, he can't get in there. He can't get in.
Couldn't do nothing.
I was assuming that he was going to try to go to the body, but the body shots, he wasn't even allowing that to get through.
He got a couple in, but everything was hitting the elbows. And
this guy seemed like he was prepared for those arm shots because Canelo was throwing a lot of arm shots. Wow, man, this is a big upset in boxing today. Shocking. The king has been taken from the throne. Now we might have a new pound for pound. I wouldn't directly put Bivol's at the top of the pound for pound list, but we have to take Canelo down from the top of the pound for pound list. I guess it's between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, who's the top. But I will say this, moving up to that weight like that, especially fighting a guy like that who has great boxing abilities, it becomes difficult to come back, especially because of his size and your size coming from 165, 166, 168, and going to fighting such a guy. It's no way that you gonna get a one-punch knockout. Now he was at 160. That was a different guy. He may would have had a chance. This little guy probably would have went out. But this big guy used to get hit by the hitters, man. You know what I'm saying? So I said once he got him behind on the scorecards, it ain't gonna be that I'm gonna break you down in the 8th round. Nah, this dude probably was eating them shots like it wasn't nothing.
It looked like he couldn't hurt him.
He couldn't hurt him.
He was like, oh, whatever, you know.
Wow. This is a big upset in boxing today, y'all.
Yeah.
The king has been taken from the throne. Guess he had. I'm sure it's gonna be a rematch, and they're gonna have to readjust. They're gonna have to go into the playbooks and go deep in. All that he used to boxing guy. This guy just was a different type of boxer. Now you see why he stayed away from a lot of them names that you keep naming. He stayed away from them.
Man, when he had Canelo on the ropes and was just piecing them up, right? It was like, and I was like, man, imagine if that was Benavidez.
It would have over because these throw like 18 punch combinations. Yeah, that would have been a problem.
All of them hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
Bivol wasn't throwing them to really try to kill him. Benavidez throws crazy.
I think Canelo should, in my opinion, this is it. I mean, not retire. No. Get the rematch. If he win, he win. Yeah. After that, it ain't nothing to fight for no more. I don't think after that. I don't think so.
Yeah, he got all the money he needs.
Yeah.
I still want him to go and close the door on them people.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I was talking about that if he was Benavidez would be a problem.
Yeah. All of them.
Charlo, I think he could beat Charlo. I'm talking about size. I'm going off of size. That guy was a light heavyweight.
Yeah.
And by round 6 or something, Canelo would feel himself breaking Charlo down. It would be a little different than this big guy, man.
Sweet, but it
ain't sweet.
He might get Charlo, but Benavidez and Andre is
Andres is a different. They keeping him in the. They don't even mention his name in the categories no more.
Nah, you stay in the basement. Yeah, you come up here.
Yeah, man. Well, there's an upset in boxing today, man. We definitely enjoyed this fight. It wasn't the way most people expected it to be, but that's what boxing is about. That's the competitive nature of this sport. Congratulations to the new champion. I mean, the still champion. He ain't new champion. He was going for his belt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I take my hat off for the gentleman. He did an excellent performance today. Ladies and gentlemen, the second win, Boxing Media.
And just want to give a shout out to everybody in the comments who picked the fight right. You know what I mean? My man Fred Scheffler.
Congratulations, Fred. You was on it.
He said Triple G won, Bivol will win, and rock the Mexican. And Kerry Hyatt, he said he's gonna go out on a limb and pick Bivol.
Yep.
Then he said if Bivol, then he picked the dead right. He said if Bivol don't fade later in the rounds and keep moving and not stay in front of him, he'll win.
Right.
You know, so shout out to y'all, man. Y'all had it right, man.
You was on the money, man, with that one in the comments, man, from the last post.
That's right. Keep them comments coming. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe and pull back up. Second win.
Peace.